to the inaugural episode of Crossroads Rebuild. My name is Steven, and this is my Salvage 2007 Ford Fusion. In this first episode, I'm going to talk to you about the process of purchasing my first ever salvage car from an auction, and then I'm going to walk you around this car and show you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and what I expect to get into and what I plan to do with this car. Let's get started. Well, I made it to the Copart lot here in Dayton. About to go in the office and check in and see about picking up my car. Not real sure how this is going to go, but hopefully everything goes smoothly. Report back to you here in a few minutes. Alrighty, welcome back out to the truck. Just got the paperwork. That was pretty smooth. Didn't really know what to expect, this being my first time, but wasn't really that difficult. So I'm going out to the truck, wait for them to bring the car to me, and I'll check back in shortly. All right, it's all loaded up. Man, it's cold out there. It's like 25, 26 degrees outside, blowing a little snow. Anyway, got the car loaded up. Really super painless experience. So now I make the journey back to Indianapolis. Check in with you there. As you can see, this car was involved in a rear-end collision, and so pretty much all of the damage sustained in this accident is up front. Over here on the passenger side fender actually looks pretty good, except right up here where the hood was shoved into the fender. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to salvage this fender or not. I'd like to save money, but I may end up having to replace it. We lost the passenger side headlight, the bumper, driver's side headlight, the blank for where this car would have fog lights if it had that option, and then the side marker light over here is broken as well. Clearly the hood and the grille sustained quite a bit of damage as well and will have to be replaced. Under the hood, things look a little ugly up front, but I think we got lucky and most of the engine's in good shape. The radiator core support got destroyed, and you can see that the radiator itself and the fan motor behind it got shoved right up against the front of the engine. Again, as far as I can tell right now, without tearing it apart, it doesn't look like the front of the engine got damaged. We'll find out more once the car gets disassembled. So we're going to need a core support, we're going to need a radiator, and we're going to need a radiator fan assembly. Everything else under the hood actually looks pretty good, and I think if everything's as good as it appears to be up front, I think we'll be in good shape. On the driver's side, we're going to need a new fender for sure. Not only did it get messed up by the hood when the hood got shoved back, but it's also got a pretty good wrinkle in it here, and then the metal is even tearing at the points where it bolts to the frame of the car. So this fender's going to have to go for sure. Under the hood, the only other thing is I'll most likely also be replacing the hood hinges. We'll quickly walk you around the rest of the car. The rest of the car actually looks pretty good. Right here where this driver's side fender got hit, it did shove it up against the door, so when you open the driver's door, it does rub. But as far as I can tell, the door itself is actually fine. All of the lines, all the body lines look good. They line up properly, so I don't think that the doors are going to need any work. The wheels look fine, tires look fine. The car sits right, so I'm pretty sure that the suspension is all just fine. Around back, the bumper and the tailgate, or the trunk lid, they show a little bit of signs of use, but nothing too bad. I don't think this car was abused by its previous owner. Coming down the passenger side, again, looks pretty good. Signs of normal use, but no signs of abuse. I think all of the damage that we're going to be dealing with starts basically up here in the front. Now you can probably also tell, we're going to look inside in a minute, but you can probably tell that the airbag's blew, and as a result it destroyed this windshield, so we are going to need a new windshield as well. On the inside, the car's actually in pretty good shape. It's a little bit dirty, so it needs to be cleaned out, vacuumed, maybe shampooed, but other than that, the interior is pretty clean. Got 2 blown airbags to replace on the inside, and I'm hoping I can just fix that passenger side A-pillar trim. Hopefully that won't have to be replaced. But 2 airbags, possibly that trim, and a cleanup on the inside. In the back, again, it's looking pretty good. Pretty clean. The seats aren't torn or destroyed. It didn't blow any of the side or side curtain airbags. And we'll pop the trunk and take a look in here. And other than a little bit of trash, the trunk's actually in pretty good shape. So I think we're fine back in here. So overall, the interior of this car is in really good shape. And this car has 225,556 miles on it. For a 2007, that's not too bad. Maybe just a little bit below average. So I've shown you all the things that got damaged in the accident and what the rest of the car looks like. Additional information for you is that it didn't come with any keys. I bought this car from Copart, and it was listed as an enhanced vehicle. That simply means that they can't start it, run it, drive it, or anything like that. And the reason they couldn't do that is because there are no keys for this car. I have scheduled to bring in someone tomorrow to cut keys for it. The key codes are available. My understanding is that Ford didn't keep fantastic key records back in the mid-2000s, but I have verified that the key codes are available for this car, so they can cut a key for it to match what would have come from the factory, and then we'll program it. When I got the car, it had a dead battery, so we hooked it up to a buddy's truck just to see if any of the electronics worked. We found out that as much electronics as you can test without a key are working great. Even though this front end sustained quite a bit of damage, all of the headlights work, the high beams work, side marker lights work, blinkers work. In the back, the blinkers work as well, and the tail lights. Interior lights work, dash lights work, trunk light works, power windows work. Excuse me, not power windows, I haven't been able to test that yet. Power locks work, the power mirrors work. And so we've been able to verify quite a bit works even without a key. The battery is completely dead, and I got to looking at it a little bit closer. The previous owner bought that battery from Walmart, and the battery was still within warranty. So I took it down to the local Walmart, and they tested it and said the battery was bad and gave me a brand new battery totally for free. So the first part that I've actually replaced on this car is the battery, and I paid absolutely nothing for it. So that's a win. Other things that I can tell about this car that I'm very pleased about, I checked the oil, and the oil looks brand new. It's almost like they got an oil change and then they pulled out of the parking lot and got in the accident. It's that clean. It's golden, has no signs of being brown or black or anything like that. So I had a fresh oil change right before the accident. It now has a brand new battery in it. The interior's in pretty good shape. The body for a 10-year-old car, other than this accident damage, the body's in pretty good shape as well. Haven't really found any rust to speak of, and so I'm very pleased overall with the condition that this car was in prior to the accident. Everything looks straight. I'll know a little bit better once I take it apart, so hopefully we won't find any surprises with an auction car. You just never know. There could be things hidden underneath there, but overall it seems to be pretty good for what it is. So in the next episode, I'll start taking parts off the car and start getting down to being able to see the bones of it and make sure that there's no additional damage that we couldn't see. If there is, we'll have to evaluate and see if that's fixable, or if the car just isn't worth it. So I'll touch base with you soon. Follow along. I encourage you to like and comment, subscribe, and go ahead and sign up. Hit that little bell notification button if you'd like to see future episodes, be notified when future episodes come out, and follow along with me on my first salvage car rebuild. Thank you for watching.